All right, well, hang on. Oh, wait. Maybe you can hear me over in here. Yeah, can you hear me over here? I think you can, right? Yeah, well, okay. We'll see how long it lasts. I did order a new machine last night and paid a ton of money to have it delivered by before Monday. So, anyways, we'll see what it is. Thank you, Windows Update. Usually it's a Windows Update and then something like drivers don't work properly anymore. All right, well, good to see you. Glad you can hear me. Let me remind you that trading's risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results, but please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. So we had some cat news, yada, yada, yada. Giant numbers when you see the changes. It's just amazing because of COVID. The relative change is huge. The big news of the day, Turkey saved. Thank you, Erdogan. What was the major problem that Turkey was facing in regards to their let's say their foreign exchange economy? What was the major challenge Turkey's been facing? Well, Erdogan came up with the solution, so we'll go over that. So thank you to Erdogan. So welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube channel of 15,200 people. And we like trading. We like trading currency. We like trading money. We like macroeconomics. We like scalping, spot trading, intraday trading, day trading, swing trading, and position trading, and maybe even one day return to carry trading. So today we're going to discuss US dollar, Japanese yen, but also we're going to do some exotics. We'll do gold and silver if you want. We can do you want what, Bitcoin and XRP? So we're going to cover a few different things today, I believe. So again, I want to actually start with the lira and then the rand. How about that? The lira and the rand. Okay? And if you are appreciating these webinars, yes, subscribe, yes, like, yes, comment, yes, participate in the chat. But also please visit tradersway.com and open up a demo account. Tradersway is our sponsor of this community, and all they're asking is an opportunity to earn your loyalty and respect. Okay? How cool is that? That's all they're asking for. Will you please give them an opportunity to earn your loyalty and respect because they believe they can and they want to try. They do that with fast execution speeds. They do that with actually entering your trades into the interbanking system. You think that you're like, well, isn't that what they all do? No, no, no. They'll beat book you. So like, wow, they actually enter your trades in the interbanking system. Yeah. If you want a variable spread account, you can have it. If you want a fixed spread account, you can have it. If you want an ECN account, you can have it. But also the swaps are big, the spreads are small. It's what you need in a broker. So please give them an opportunity to earn your loyalty and respect, and also just pay it back. Say thank you for being a part of our community, and show that by opening up a demo account today. All right, so let's go exotic. So the first question is, what's going on in Turkey? And Erdogan has solved their problems. Yeah, okay, so the major problem that Turkey's been facing, and in fact we can't even trade it anymore on Trader's Way, is
Libya national company saying they welcome a proposal to resume oil exports and production after the ceasefire.
Okay, let's do it this way. So their major issue as of the last few years is that they don't have any foreign exchange reserves, and it's so bad right now that you can't even trade it. Like there's no way to trade this. We have the charts, but there's no actual way to trade it because the lira essentially isn't a real currency anymore. What was that sound? I got TradeTheNews.com back on. Yeah. So maybe maybe, just maybe, we'll find a way to use it in a way that makes you happy. I just don't need them talking in the background while I'm talking. Okay? So, they don't have any foreign exchange reserves, but they've borrowed a lot of money in foreign exchange. Meaning they have loans in euro. They have loans denominated in dollars, but because they ran out of dollars and euro, they have to dump their own currency to buy those, right? They have to dump the lira to buy dollar and euro to pay them back, but by doing so, they weaken the lira further, so when they have to pay more loans, they have to dump even more lira on the market to get their hands on dollar and euro to pay back their loans, which weakens it further, and it's a horrific, bloodletting, downward spiral, what's called a vicious cycle. Okay? So, wow, how are they going to get out of this? They don't have any exports. Okay? So guess what Erdogan just discovered? Something he can export. Well, maybe. We're not sure, but that's what they're talking about right now. And maybe, just maybe, that'll save the lira in the short run. And that, so I don't know, but they're saying they've discovered nat gas. Suddenly they have natural gas, maybe even some oil, and they're going to be able to export this to countries around the world, and suddenly they're going to get their hands on foreign exchange. Get some, and by the way, who's a major purchaser of natural gas? Europe. Okay? Europe currently gets natural gas from Russia. And if they can get some from Turkey, they're like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Right? If they can avoid buying from Putin, they're going to try to do it. So Turkey shows up, they're like, hey man, suddenly, right, our problems are solved. If we can pull this nat gas out of the ground, we'll get some foreign currency, especially euro, because we'll sell the nat gas to Europe. We'll have euros, and we can stem the collapse in the Turkish lira. Or at least that's the story. Well, what I mean by it is it's lost all how would you say it? There's no confidence in it as a currency. Okay? To the point where you just can't even trade it anymore. There's controls on the currency. The government's manipulated it. It's not even worth investing in anymore. Because the more you loan them, the more they have to dump their currency to pay you back, and it's just horrible. It's a really bad situation. And by the way, an economy like Turkey should be exporting. So the fact that they're not in business anymore, they're not even in business, there's a real problem. Okay? And so the world doesn't even consider it like a true currency anymore. You can't really trade it. It's not tradable because it's not real. It's almost like back in the days when Greece had interest rates at 20%. No, they had euros, but why was the interest rate at 20%? Because they knew no matter what you paid them, or no matter what they paid you, the likelihood of defaulting is extremely high. And so even at 20% interest rates, Greece couldn't get anybody to lend them money. No one, because it might as well be 500%. It doesn't matter if you're not going to get your money back. What they promise you is nothing, right? So in this situation, Turkey doesn't have a global economy anymore. It's not a participant in the global economy. It doesn't export nearly enough, if anything at all anymore. And it borrowed like crazy to stay alive. And now when those debts are due, they don't have the money. And so it's just worse and worse and worse. And so when I say it's not even a real currency, look at it. It's retarded. So I have lots of Turkish friends, so I don't mean anything about the Turkish people, but the Turkish government has ruined the currency to the point where it's a global joke. And if you're Turkish, I'm sorry, but it ain't my fault, so don't be mad at me. So now we can't even trade it anymore. See, I sold it here and made 1,000% return on investment, and I made 0 pips. Wait, that's March 2020. I did it here. It's even collapsed since then. I did it here. Sorry, guys. I did it here. I sold here and got kicked out on this spike. I made 0 pips, but I made 1,000%. But now you can't even trade it. And even if you did, it'd be highly dangerous. So, anyways, the only solution to this problem is Turkey needs to export. Okay? X minus M. Exports have to go up. And, of course, their Turkish lira is practically worthless, so I doubt they import anything anyways. So the first thing they need to do is export like crazy. Anthony, I'm not entirely sure if that's true. I was there during the Greek problem. I mean, I watched every minute of every day of it. I'm a currency trader. And interest rates did not fall in Greece until the exact minute that they said the ECB would protect the euro. And what that meant was there was an implied guarantee on anyone lending Greece money. And immediately, interest rates went from 20 straight down. And like a year later, interest rates were at 2% in Greece. It went from 20% to 2% 1 year, but most of that happened in about 2 or 3 weeks. Okay? And if China had bailed them out, we wouldn't have needed all that. So I'm not sure where you read that. And I don't know anything about that, and I watched the markets and I didn't see it. I don't even need to read a newspaper about it. I can see it in the market. I can see it in the interest rates. I can see it in the global money flow. That's what we do, right? So China bailing out Greece back in the crisis, I didn't see any of that. All right. So anyways, so how do you get exports up? That's the only thing that can save Turkey right now. And all of a sudden they're like, hey, we found oil and gas, and we're going to suck the well dry and export like crazy. Oh, well, how lucky is that? Right? So I hope it's true to save the good people of Turkey. If it ain't true, well, yeah. If it ain't true, whatever. But if it is true, and if you look at Turkey, so you got Turkey here. It kind of looks something like this, right? And I believe in here, this area here, I believe this is Azerbaijan and Baku and the Caspian Sea, generally speaking, right? And I guess this would be Iran over here, right? And Iraq. So where's the oil, right? Well, there's some mountains in here, so this is a problem. So that separates Iran from Iraq. And of course, Turkey's got tons of mountains. But I think if you drop down into here somewhere, towards Baku, there's amazing amounts of oil and gas. So it's possible that they have some pockets sitting somewhere over here that they can reach. I don't think, the Afghanistan, Iran area, I don't think that's where they're getting it. I have to look it up. And I don't think they're getting it on the Iraq side. So I'm guessing they're getting it toward Baku. Baku. And to give you an example of Baku, Baku used to have the largest European-style opera house in the world. And then the Soviet pig dogs came in and destroyed it. Because socialism's bad. But when Azerbaijan was capitalist, and of course now it's capitalist again, but back then, you can imagine, the world's largest opera house was in Baku. Fabulously wealthy. Then the Soviets came in. All right, cool. So very interesting for Turkey. The first move here, if we go into the hour, the first move, and I heard this last night, by the way, about the rumors of an oil discovery. Okay, and now he just did a press conference, and they're like, yeah, no, he's lying. So we'll see what happens, and if they can actually prove it, that lira will get strong, or even the rumor of it in the beginning gives the strength, because maybe this is the top. Okay, but the thing is, we can't trade it anyways, but it's a good way to talk about fundamentals. Okay. Sure Trade is saying, is Baku a city on Mars? So, okay, look. If you don't know anything about Baku, let me tell you something amazing. Even the Egyptian pharaohs would travel weeks to visit Baku. Baku. So the way I look at it is Baku was such, or is such an amazing place that it was probably the world's first tourist destination, where someone would purposely travel for weeks just to get there to see it because of the stories of its fabulousness. And so on the coast of the Caspian Sea, the locals in Baku noticed like gas coming up from the ground. Okay? And from time to time they would catch fire. You could set them on fire and they would burn and burn and burn and burn. So what they ended up doing to make just life easier, they built chimneys around them. Just out of mud and clay, and now the flames are up high out of the way, right? So people, right, and they're all over the place, like the burning wells of Iraq kind of thing, right, if you remember those days. So you can imagine the Egyptian pharaohs traveling 1,000 miles to see the eternal flames. Okay? These flames would burn all day and all night for years, for decades, for generations. The eternal burning flame. And they're all over the place, all over the desert kind of thing. So amazing that even the Egyptian pharaohs would travel weeks to go see it because it was so amazing. So if you don't know Baku, I mean, come on. This is a very amazing world, and humanity has had a very amazing history. Okay? So yeah, what I'm saying is it possible that Turkey did find natural gas over in that direction? Well, hell yeah, that's what Azerbaijan does. That's what the Azerbaijanis do. So if you can imagine like 3 feet across on the Turkish border, they find a little bit of gas. Of course, here's what you can do. You can drill down on the Turkish side and then horizontal drill. By the way, invented in Devon, Alberta, Canada. You can do your horizontal drilling over to the Azerbaijani side and suck their nat gas out and say, hey, we found it in Turkey. You're like, dude, that's our gas. You're like, no, I drilled a hole right here in Turkey. I don't think there's laws, are there? Maybe there are laws now. Are you allowed to drill down on your land and suck out someone else's? I think you can. So anyways, if Turkey needed an export, they either are very lucky or they're completely lying about it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, Rand, let's go back to Rand because I think I started this week. On Monday, I think we talked about Rand. And this goes back to our double top of a double top discussion, kicking off of the, right? Remember, out of position, OOP, right? Then you get the hot and fast, up into the take profit, okay, into a counter trend. You guys remember that? This predicts a double top, okay? And then I think we started, I think it was Monday, I'm like, hey man, if this top holds, this is where we're going. And it's been a long time coming for the rand. And then when I did this, someone else said, well, wouldn't US dollar be better? You guys remember that? So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. And we went and looked at that. I think that was Monday. Okay? Yeah. Check it out. Price action, by the way. Well, first of all, pivot theory says this is your sell zone and this is your exit zone. Price action says what? Down, 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 up, up, roll reversal, down, out. Keep them separated. Nice. Come out and play. That was Jules? Right on, Julie. How about it? Well, this one is predicting here. Okay, that's why it bounced here. And then again, roll reversal. New trader says Euro ZAR cannot go down anymore. Oh, it can go. It could fall forever if it wants to. But that's not what I said. I said it was an exit zone. I didn't say it can't go down further. Okay? But if you're swing trading on the Euro ZAR, you're hitting the target. I mean, you either know how to swing trade or you don't. Right? You either know how to ride a bicycle or you don't. You either know how to swim or you don't. So if you know how to swing trade, it's by definition, you're looking at it, you're like, that's an exit zone. It's just profit taking. It doesn't mean the trend is over. It's where you put money in your pocket and buy your kids ice cream. Okay? Now, this predicts this. That's all that says. So we're heading down to 17. And therefore, you knew not necessarily to take profit here, although you could have. And if you did, you also know this is a second chance to, right, to take it down to the next wave if you want to be an Elliott waver. Okay? But the thing is, down, 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 up, up, sell, down, 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 out, up, sell, down, 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 down. Okay? And that's next week, so on and so forth. Cool. Cool, man. That's good for South Africa. Or early monthly TAR back to the but you know, like, that's not a hard and fast rule. That's a soft rule. It's not even a rule. It's more like a guide. So I never think like this has to go to the central pivot. No. What I'm reading in this chart is it was up, it was bullish, and first of all, we recognize that it's out of position, and because of that, we buy at the 21. All this is just rules of engagement, and we expect to hit our target early, and we expect to exit. That's the moneymaker, okay? As far as I'm concerned, done. And this is sort of reactionary consequence. Okay? But this is the moneymaker. And knowing not to sell, but to buy off the 21, and knowing to exit, days and days early.
Report that 6 states, led by Pennsylvania,
That's the
are
money.
filing suit against the U.S. Postal Service, saying service changes have harmed the ability of states to conduct free and fair elections.
Yes, yes. Oh my God. Everyone's so concerned, and the news is just nuts. I'm so glad I've unplugged myself from most of society. Oh my God. Everything is such a big deal now. Oh my God, Trump's shutting down the post office because he's trying to prevent the election. And I know everyone, and you might even be totally fabulously interested in it, and I very much dislike it. So years ago, I've unplugged from societal news and drama. Oh my God. All I read is economic data. And I'm happy because of that. Sleepy Joe reached out to me today. I was on YouTube and he's like, "Hey, my friend, I'm Joe Biden. And I need you to sign up for my list to put Trump." I'm like, dude, it's so slow. And are we friends? Really? It was pretty fun. All right. So here's Trade the News, by the way. Trade the News. Trade the News. So that's what I have going on in the background. All right. Okay, so anyways, that's all that is. And what we've had is a reprieve, but I don't think we're in a situation where South Africa is saved. Like, I think the South African Rand has done exactly what a foreign exchange trader would expect. And, right, like, this is a double bottom. It went up. You hit the target and it collapsed. I know, right? But that's what it's supposed to do. There's no confusion there. So if I was South African, I'd probably worry about weakness again in their currency. But I'd probably look for it on euro, not dollar, because of the macroeconomics scenario, right? So that's what. So this is kind of what we were talking about a week ago, where dollars down, right? Euros are down. Dollars are down, euros are up. And one is risk on, the other one's risk off. Okay? You see? So I'd separate them and treat them differently. Okay? But anyways, cool. So look at that Rand though. What a beautiful week. Okay? Does that mean it's going to last forever? No. No, it doesn't. So what are the two scenarios here if you're trading Rand? Okay? Well, one scenario is this. That would make you a bear. Right? And the other one would be like this. And that would make you a bull. Comes down to where you think we're going to be in 30 days. Okay? No, Austin, you buy dips in an uptrend. You don't buy dips in a downtrend. Write that down. Okay, I'm serious. Write that down. I just told you the secret to success. The secret sauce has been revealed. Nobody said it was sleazy. Okay. So there, right? So let's kind of market like kind of the meaning of all of this. There's one scenario. Nobody said it was sleazy. So anyways, there you go. You guys want to do some exotics? No, we did exotics. I mean, what I meant was metals, precious metals. I was thinking one thing and spat out the other. Let us do some gold, and we can do some silvery. Let's do some silver. Wowzers! Holy schnicker schnucker. Yeah, Joe, that's probably a good idea. Although, I mean, it comes down to it's either waking up now or it's going to wake up then, right? So I would keep one eye on the prize, though, Joe. I like what you're saying, right? The September meeting, sure, for sure. But keep one eye open on the market just out of seasonality. I know this isn't the typical year, but it doesn't mean you can't keep an eye open, right? Wayne, what is average inflation targeting? I've heard very few people try to explain it to me. And apparently the Fed is looking at it. Well, they have an inflation target. Okay, so this goes back to the early 90s. There was a debate among central bankers about a modern central banking theory. And Ben Bernanke was on the cusp of the group out of Princeton that was an advocate of two things. One, more transparency at the central bank, and two, because of the central bank transparency, you would actually tell the market what you're trying to do. And in that case, you have to have economic growth, but not too much that it leads to inflation. And so this radical new idea from the young central bankers of the world was to say, hey, we target 2%. So when I started trading Forex, it was a radical idea, even a debatable idea, whether a central banker should say, we as a central bank are targeting 2%, which tells the world if you have more than 2% inflation, you have to raise interest rates above the inflation level to slow the economy down to get it to 2%. Or if it's less than 2%, you would stimulate it. Okay, and don't even get into quantitative easing. None of that had been invented yet. So this inflation targeting, and you might have heard this recently, Joe, in the last FOMC meeting minutes. They actually talk about the inflation targeting, and in particular, they talk about the prices in the money market that dictate interest rates going above the inflation target in 2024. So that's probably where that's coming from. So you'd look at this. Okay, and this is where the Fed is getting that data. Let me pull up the site. So the Fed is looking at this, and they say, based on the pricing differential between the different durations, right, the durations of maturity, you can extrapolate, or right, the negotiated interest rates in the future. Okay, and so they have more specific tools than this. But imagine this: if you look at March 17th, 2021, you can extrapolate what interest rates are going to be. So what are interest rates going to be in March? The exact same. You can look at this and say, based on pricing of banks negotiating with banks, the Fed is not going to raise interest rates between now and March of 2021. But if you go out to 2024, they're pricing interest rates higher than their 2% target, which means interest rates need to rise from 0 to, let's say, 2.25% by 2024. And so that's what you're probably where you're getting the average inflation target and stuff like that. That's where the data is coming from. I don't know if you read it in an article or saw someone on TV or something. Where it came from was probably the FOMC meeting minutes, which I read and highlighted on the FX Bootcamp YouTube channel. And it comes from a comment from the staff that are looking at the money market to look at what what smart money, institutional investors, in particular banks, are pricing for the year 2024, where interest rates will be. And of course, that would be the crossing over of the 2% target rate and the 2.25% Fed funds market price, or Fed funds interest rate. Does that make sense? Okay, so you can think of it as if this is if 2% is the target, 2% is the target, and the actual is right now we're at 0, and this is, let's say, 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, and 25. These are years now. And the market is thinking like, okay? And this is the crossover they're talking about in the FOMC meeting minutes. Okay, this is the staff projections that the quants did. So I hope I gave an explanation to understand the quant PhD data in simple terms. And of course, the concern is by some that we're going to have rampant inflation, all the money the government printed and all the money the Fed printed, and oh my God, we're going to go to 10% interest rates because of all of this stuff. And of course, that's also nonsense. And most likely they're wrong here, and it'll take longer than that, and we're not going to have that kind of inflation unless all the borders shut down and the United States becomes an isolated country and global trade collapses to 0. If that happens, the United States will be a lot like Turkey, and suddenly we'll have a lot of debt to pay, but we won't have any foreign currency because we're not exporting anything, and that'll be bad. Anthony's talking to Daniel. Are you implying that the dollar will continue to fall without correction? No, and I doubt Daniel would say that either. There's always a correction. Anthony, there's always a correction. Now the correction, I mean, I don't know if you mean this, but there's this all the time. And the reason for it is it's down, 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 take profit. Let's do this, right? Down, 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 take profit, sell. down, 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 take profit. Sell, down, 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 take profit. Sell, down, 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 take profit. Sell. It's why it works. This is what a trend is. Remember, only retail amateur traders that buy down here. Okay? Institutional investors always sell here, but what do they do here? They sell their position to a retail trader that doesn't know what they're doing. So they get out and some fool buys it. And then they sell it again here. And then they sell it, right? Then they sell their position to somebody else. And then they sell it again here. And then they sell their position to someone else that says, oh my God, did you see? It's fallen for 3 weeks in a row. I guess I'll sell it too. Oh, take my position. Okay? And that's where you get trends from. No one, and by retail traders, in the market of Forex, they're still not that big when you think of, one bank might drop, let's say, I mean, we'll put it this way, $5.5 trillion a day. How much of that is retail? Statistically speaking, probably zero. Oh, are we at the stutter point? Yeah, I wonder what does it, huh? Well, my new computer arrives this weekend.
To listen to our other voice channels. If the audio is not broadcast quality, is not clear, or is choppy, please read over our support page at www.tradethenews.com/help.asp for a list of common sound and network quality adjustments. You may reach our support desk 24 hours a day at support@tradethenews.com. This is a 24-hour live broadcast test channel from the Trade the News broadcast network. If you are hearing this message, your sound card and network configuration are working properly, and you are now ready to listen to our other voice channels. If the audio is not broadcast quality, is not clear, or is choppy, please read over our support page at www.tradethenews.com/help.asp
A few minutes to our next data. Eurozone consumer confidence for August expected at minus 15. U.S. existing home sales for July expected 5.41 million. That will be up 14.6% from the prior 4.72 million. Postmaster General saying he's considering dramatic changes to improve the mail service. One minute to the data. Eurozone consumer confidence expected at minus 15 for August. U.S. existing home sales for July expected 5.41 million. Look at the Eurozone confidence and U.S. existing home sales in just a few seconds. Minus 14.7 for consumer confidence, a little above the minus 15 expected. Existing homes at 5.86 million, 5.86 million, well above the 5.41 million expected. It's a 24.7% increase over the prior month, which was revised slightly lower to 4.7 million. Inventory of homes at 1.5 million units, of 3.1 month supply. Median existing home price up 8.5% year over year at 304.1 thousand.
testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. The Wayne in Spain falls mainly on the plains. The ants in France stay mainly in your pants. Let's see what YouTube is sending as far as audio as well. You know if this made a difference or if it's still choppy. Okay.
People have paid over $1,000 to take trading classes.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden road, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
it's a game. I might gotta play, but maybe you should do whatever you need to erase me. It's all just a game. You think I'm gonna play, but maybe you should do whatever you need to erase me, I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. No. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
And we're flying so close to where we belong. And we're trying to go somewhere new. And I try to crack this iceberg open till it shatters through the ocean. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. Gonna move the ocean current till the waves flood what's been burning. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. And I know I'm only getting higher till it feels like I can walk through fire. And I know I'm only getting higher till it feels like I can walk through fire. Trying to step back and see the view from above, 'cause I know that nothing lasts forever. And I try to crack this iceberg open till it shatters through the ocean. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. Gonna move the ocean current till the waves flood what's been burning. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. cause I like to be myself. If you're not agree, you can walk away. You can walk away. You can walk away. Something in my mind makes me think I ain't nobody perfect. Something in my mind makes me think I ain't nobody perfect. 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 Cause I don't want nobody change me now. Cause I like to be myself. If you're not agree, you can walk away. You can walk away. You can walk away. Something in my mind makes me think I ain't nobody perfect. Something in my mind makes me think I ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect.
Leave me here, you were never good enough. Won't change a thing now, there was never trust. Don't you say a word, cause I've heard it all. You were just pain when you felt it all. Oh. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible damage done. The thrill is gone. Ooh, baby, I ain't no one like you. You chose to keep the truth inside. Ooh, baby, keep my all to you. All you did was tell me lies. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible.
Florida, updating COVID data. New total cases at 593.3 thousand now. Positivity rate at 6.8% in the latest day for Florida.
Take down and emotions feel like I never did before. Live shows and unspoken reels of the movie I ignored. Blue skies on a broken sea and I'm stuck up on the shore. I never thought you could see me, but you did. All I know is we're here, that they took us somewhere. So what they say we're close, falling out of line. They don't know the two of us are colorblind, yeah. All I know is we're here, that they took us somewhere. So what they say we're falling out of line. They don't know the two of us are colorblind. All I know is we're here, that they took us somewhere. So what they say we're falling out of line. They don't know the two of us are colorblind, yeah. We could be the enemy, show them how it's done, yeah. We can find a new identity and tear apart the song that's making grayscale. We love black and white scale, singing saints that the sinners believe and burn all that's in it. We'll take them out, out, out. We'll make them up for in a shout, shout, shout. colorblind, yeah.
Seeing a report that White House has been signaling U.S. companies that they can continue to use WeChat in China. Reportedly, senior White House officials have been informing companies regarding the WeChat policy.
Blonde hair, blue eyes, that'll make you faint on sight. But she looks like trouble. Her lips so kissable and poisonous. I know she won't be good for me. But I don't care, 'cause I know it's so rare. You're a guy like me to get a chance with a girl like her. And I won't waste that chance. 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 She got me like. Let's make this one. Let's make this one. Money. Money.
Partizan Group in Germany, steel unit seeing a slight recovery according to head of the unit in a press interview. Tango Kilo Alpha in Germany.
Come on.
Italy updating COVID data, 947 new virus cases in the latest day, most since May 14th for Italy. From the Postmaster General's testimony saying this Postal Service will send a letter in September on election voting to every U.S. citizen.
I got enough of every melody, they all sound the same. Yeah. For my broken heart, no remedy, but maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Memories now let me fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. What do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so good. Yeah. What's on the other side of inhibition? Ooh, how do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so cool.
You're not fooling me, not fooling anyone. Got your head in the clouds, you're delusional. In an ocean of all this emotional. Best be sure, I'll be there when you're looking for something more.
WHO's Tedros warning that it's still little known about the long-term effects of COVID. Tedros saying that countries with resurgent cases are a cautionary tale.
So I said, no, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed, I know, 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling.
The WHO Director Tedros saying we can't go back to the way things were.
I killed, I know, 1, 2, 3 for champions. I can't believe you're trolling.
Wait a minute.